Every morning in Tampa Bay, before the city fully wakes, the bay tells its first story. A story written in patience, in stillness, in watching and waiting. Pelicans have lived at the edge of the land and sea for millions of years, long before bridges, before boats, before skylines touched the horizon. Fossils show their kind soaring these waters before humans ever walked upright. And here they are, still present, still deliberate, still perfectly at home. A pelican doesn't rush, it studies the water, measures the moment, then commits completely. No hesitation, no second guessing, just gravity, instinct, and timing coming together in a single decision. Beneath these piers, they hunt where light and shadow collide, adapting to man made structures the way they've always adapted to cliffs, coastlines, and open sea. Between hunts, they rest. They dry their wings in the open air, lower their heads, and conserve energy. Because survival isn't just about action, it's about knowing when to be still. Tampa Bay is not ruled by one species, it's shared. Here, dozens of birds coexist alongside the same stretch of beach, each with its own method, each finding space in the same fragile ecosystem. It's noisy, it's chaotic, and somehow it works. Balance doesn't come from dominance, it comes from coexistence. Even beyond the pelicans, the bay teaches the same lesson again and again. Different hunters, different tools, but the same precision. The great blue heron doesn't dive, it waits, then strikes with exactness that leaves no room for error. Every so often, the bay reminds you who truly runs things around here. A 65-year-old man hauls in a bull shark longer than he is tall. Proof that this water still holds raw power beneath its calm surface. This isn't a controlled environment. It's alive, unpredictable, and deserving of respect. Human life moves through this place constantly. Tugboats glide the flow of commerce. Engines hum. Steel cuts water. And still, the pelicans remain. Even as enormous ships carry the weight of the modern world across these waters, the ancient rhythms continue below them. The bay doesn't choose between past and present. It holds both. This moment right here is where instinct lives. Every muscle engaged, every sense focused. The pelican doesn't rush the water. It trusts the moment will come. And when it does, it will move. There was a time these birds almost disappeared from Tampa Bay. Poison in the water, pesticides like DDT weakened their eggs until entire generations were lost before they could begin. The skies were quiet, but nature is resilient, especially when given a chance. People noticed, laws changed, the water healed, and the pelicans returned. Not because it was easy, but because that's what survivors do. As the sun lowers over Tampa Bay, the day winds down. Pelicans settle in, not finished, just resting. Their story isn't one of dominance, it's one of endurance. They don't waste energy, they don't fight what they can use. They adapt, adjust, and keep going. We spend much of our lives rushing, trying to outrun time, outrun doubt, outrun failure. The pelican doesn't do that. It waits, it watches, and when the moment is right, booyah! Victory. These birds don't waste their wings. They don't fight the wind. They don't dive unless the odds are right. And maybe that's the lesson Tampa Bay offers to anyone willing to stop and look long enough. You don't need to move faster. You need to move smarter, with purpose, with patience. The Pelicans of Tampa Bay aren't legends because they dominate. They're legends because they endure. And as long as these waters rise and fall, as long as the wind still moves across the bay, they will be here, watching, waiting, and ready.